everyone. Just going to do. I'm not actually going to do an update video on the layout. As you might have seen on my channel post, I've tried to have a bit of a clear out and found this lot, which I've been collecting for some time by the look of it. Lots of different locos, old, new. There's an old. What's that? Schools class? I think so. And there's an old spam can that's quite good. So some of these I think I might give a bit of a running session around. Some of these are going to get moved on. I don't need this many. I think I just went through a phase where I was seeing things for like 20 quid here and there, and I was just picking things up to repair. A lot of these weren't working. But when I got them in, I repaired them. Went through kind of a repair phase where that was kind of all I was doing. Probably before I started the actual shelf layout as well, which hasn't actually moved on. I've been running things around. This was the new Duchess that I picked up of Rutland. She works really well, actually. I did have her on just a minute ago. I think the trouble is when if I'm trying to do recordings, the sound is just it's really loud, and then you wouldn't be able to hear anything I'm saying. I suppose that's a good thing, I guess. But yeah, anyway, I'll do some running later. And of course, yeah, I did say I wasn't going to buy anything else, but then this came up, and I'm a bit partial to an A4, so I got another one. I got Kingfisher in, so I was just going to open up and see actually what it's like. So a bit of a story with this one. eBay had changed their delivery methods, so there's this new in-post thing. I was away for the weekend, and unbeknownst to me or the chap that sent it, in-post do a 3-day collection thing. I don't know if you've used it, but it's ridiculous. So if like in my instance, I was away on the Friday, it was supposed to be delivered on the Friday. It didn't turn up on the Friday, of course. And I'm trying to do this one-handed. This is a bit hard. Oh, pretty good. There we go. This is a terrible unboxing. I'm not one of these unboxers, so I just thought I'd open it whilst I just received it. So yeah. Anyway, so the story goes, it didn't get delivered on the Friday, and I was away that afternoon for the weekend until Monday. Got back Monday, and over the weekend had a message to say that it had been dropped off. And I thought, brilliant, I'll grab that when I get back. And then when I got back, it was 3 days later, and they'd already picked it up by the time I got to the locker. So they sent it back. What they do is they send it back immediately to the person that sent it, because they don't want to keep it in the locker for more than 3 days, which I just think's such a short amount of time. But hey ho, click and collect, you get like 7 days. So I click and collect. I used to pick things up from Argos or whatnot. It was 7 days, so you get, that's a pretty fair amount of time. But anyway, 3 days. So it got sent back. I messaged the chap, and we tried to work it out. In the end, he cancelled the order, put it back on, and gave me a refund, and then I ended up paying for it again. So I offered then to pay for the postage because it was my fault that I didn't pick it up. I mean, technically it wasn't my fault, but yeah, it's the way it is. Anyway, so if you are using in-post for any pickups from eBay, be aware you only have 3 days. Make sure you get down there and pick it up. So yeah, Kingfisher. So this will look good going around, I think. Again, British Rail model. I think this is the super detail. Yeah, super detailed model. So yeah, looking forward to getting it out. It probably is one of the last ones I'm going to get. Right, this was like 50 odd quid. So that's still a bargain, but it's starting to get like you can't get much lower than 50 quid, as I said before. So I'm probably gonna. I haven't bought anything new for a long time. So yeah, I thought I'd get this on into the collection. I'll probably get rid of some of those other ones over there. If you are interested, I will let people know which ones I'm going to get rid of before I do get rid of them. I'll probably just take them to a local charity shop or something because they run fine. Some of them actually I'll just give to my kids, and then they can play with them on their set. But yeah. So I'm not going to do a review. I was just opening this up whilst I was recording because I was nattering away. But yeah, this is decent. I think we'll see if this runs. I've got rolling road over there. I could just whack on the rolling road. Let me do that. Let me pause and then I'll get it when I'm back on the rolling road. Oh no! I go and bought a dud. It ain't working. Right. So here we go then. I will work out what's going on with it. I'm pretty sure on this model I know what's going on. It will be likely at some point somebody's taken these off and replaced the wheels with I think there'll be an insulated side and a non-insulated side. Really common. If you could buy it second hand and someone says it doesn't work, it's almost, how many have I done of these? 9 out of 10. Yeah, so probably 8 or 9 out of 10 times it'll be because of the wheels being put back on the wheel sets the wrong way. Obviously the others like, you open it up and you get a Mazak body, even though somebody didn't actually tell you that there was a Mazak problem with it, which is always nice. But you're dealing with second hand, so you kind of just got to take that. Again, I don't want to make this about moaning, but it would be nice if there was somebody out there that could do rebuilds of parts that are known Mazak issues, so that some of these models could just have a life, because otherwise what happens is people just buy them and strip them down and sell off all the parts, and it's a shame, really. It's a shame. It's just as much of a shame as when you go into the model shops and they've got all of these massive amounts of boxes on the walls not selling because not that many people buy brand new locos for 300, 400 quid. Let's not get into the debate about money, and expense of the hobby. It's not about that, I guess. It's from what I've done with the hobby, just kind of collecting and making things work is actually quite fun. This is the fun part of it as well for me. So I bought it. It doesn't work. I've got to now work out what it is that's the problem. So yeah, this was R2203. I actually didn't do a check on whether this was a Mazak affected loco. Should have done, but yeah, I just like the look of it anyway. So whatever. I'll probably do an update later. So this is probably either a part 1, because I think we're up to 11 minutes of me waffling on. So yeah, we'll see probably in a part 2 what happens and whether I get it running again, maybe with a running session. Okay, so hope you're keeping well. Take care. Feel free to debate pricing, etc., if you want on the comments. Yeah, I know what I think about it. I think it'd just be nicer if it was more accessible. I'm not claiming that it's not right that they're the price they are because of the way things cost, but yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? You just kind of take it in your stride and go, okay, that's just the way it is. I don't buy them brand new because of that. I just find it disappointing that a lot of really good models just sit there gathering dust. I mean, ultimately, that's where they end up, isn't it, on shelves? So it's just a shame. It's just a shame. Anyway, right. Catch you later. Take care of yourself. Bye. I'll add this on to the end. Can you spot why this loco doesn't work? How long has it taken you? Have you worked it out? There's no engine. There's no motor. So, I mean, what do you do with that, eh? I'm at a loss. So, I'm imagining at some point the armature and thing's been taken out of this, but then again, there's no, there's no rubber wheels on this one at all. So, who knows? It could just be. I think this is just a bit of a mess, really. So there's the problem. That's why it wasn't working, because if you don't have a motor in a loco, I guess it doesn't work. Hey, who'd have thought it, eh? Right, so that's going to get put away, and I will try and fix that another day. Okay, right, we are back with an update on the drama of Kingfisher. So I think the last time I did an update was that this has no motor and was never supposed to have a motor, and this doesn't have a motor and is supposed to have a motor, judging by obviously the service pack, service sheet, sorry. So we can clearly see it's a Ringfield. It's supposed to be a Ringfield in there. This is the right tender chassis because we've got the coupling that's joined and moulded on. So I put a question out on the Hornby forums. So this is me. I don't think there's any personal data on there, so yeah, it should be fine. But yeah, thanks to Go In Spare. Who we have? Go In Spare, 96 RAF. Who else we had on here? NTPNT, crikey, Tony, 57. Yeah, loads of good responses. Thanks, guys. If you are watching this back, thank you for your input. Anyway, I was just trying to work out like what is the story with this, and I think we've worked it out. So basically, there was. Let me get this one up. So this was the service sheet that I think Go In Spare sent, which is actually the sort of background of the A3, A4 around this time, and you can see that this is. I mean, it's supposed to have the traction tyres on it. It's supposed to be pretty standard around the way the Ringfield works here. So at some point, something has changed on this loco, and it's probably that. Actually, when I went on to the seller's eBay sold items, I actually found that they had this Northumbrian set here, which is pretty much the exact same loco, with a tender which links through to this service sheet. Again, thanks to Going Spare 2. Pointing me to this one. So this is the one from that set, and of course it's got the motor inside the loco. So I don't know quite why, but I seem to have got the wheels from this tender included in my tender, and no motor. And I suspect, and I've asked the seller to contact the buyer of that to see. Actually, I wonder if somebody's just got it wrong. So they took all the parts out of both of these, had them side by side, and then replaced them into the wrong tenders. So yeah, and you can tell I can tell this isn't the tender I have, because it's got the coupling port here. I mean, these are actually rubbish in my opinion. Anyway, these drop out of other locos I've got. They sort of get quite loose and they end up falling on over your track and leaving your carriages behind. But yeah, I think that's it. So the mystery is sort of solved. I still am left with a loco that doesn't run because it has no motor. But yeah, we'll see. I'll see what comes back, and perhaps I'll update if I get some positive feedback. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a difficult one, isn't it? You never know where things have been when it's second hand. So, yeah, it would have been nice to have said there is no motor rather than a non-runner, because there's two different things. If it's non-running, then you've got a motor, it just doesn't work. If it's got no motor, then it's a static model, right? So, probably could have been a little bit clearer on there. But again, you take it that someone that might not necessarily know as much, they might not have known, and so just sold it as seen. So anyway, that's it. That's the last bit, I think, and I'm sure on the next update I'll let you know what I get back. But that's the story of this loco, Kingfisher, at the moment, and hopefully we'll see a on the track at some point in the future. All right, take care of yourself. See ya. Bye.